Yeah, so this study was a great starting point, and I think through it we've been able to work with 18 hospitals, but it's by no means the end. So we met yesterday with all of the authors on this manuscript who are here today to talk about future collaborations, and so I think that that's one big thing we're interested in. For example, is what happens to patients who develop acute kidney injury after a checkpoint inhibitor and then are re-challenged with the checkpoint inhibitor afterwards. Does that second sort of treatment cause the AKI to recur, and if not, why? So that's something that we're particularly interested in terms of next steps for our study, as well as just increasing the number of patients that we're able to analyze, the number of cases. Immune checkpoint inhibitors are, like I said, a fairly new drug, and so I think that as time goes on and as more and more people get treated with them, we'll be able to learn some new insights. My perspective has been limited to research, and I think that we can learn a lot of lessons from the collaboration that I've seen in this project with relations to research, sort of relating to your earlier question about this talk between different disciplines. And I think that's something that's important in research, and it's also something that's important in patient care. We noticed that through our case series, while most of the patients who are included in our study were seen by a nephrologist in addition to oncologist, that's not necessarily true. And we weren't able to, the limited sample size made us not able to see sort of whether those who had a nephrology consult fared better in their outcomes long term than those who weren't seen by a nephrologist. But I think that there is a value in these varied perspectives and approaches, both in terms of research and clinical care. Yeah, I think it's incredibly important. This is my first ASN, so even through small things like walking around and seeing just how many thousands of posters there are and people who are interested in interplays between nephrology and a bunch of different fields, as well as just sort of chatting to people about what they're interested in, has been really impactful for me as I continue to think about sort of my future career and what I'm interested in. But I think that there is a value in a meeting in person, and that's something that you can't necessarily gain from collaborations outside of a setting like this.